Oh, yeah. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the one and only A Switch. I forgot I got my damn broadcast playing. AKA, you gonna finish that? Oh my god. Oh, I'm sorry that took me out. I got that damn what is that dog? That dog from the Hanna-Barbera show. I forgot it. I got that wheezy laugh going. Oh man, that took me out. Fuck, that derailed me. AKA the Komake Tiger Dropper, AKA the undisputed, undefeated, uncontested, social distancing champion, AKA let me put some bacon on them grits real quick. Oh god. AKA the nigga lip master, bringing you yet another episode of Switches Sites, episode 139. For those that don't know, Switches Sites podcast is a video game solo podcast where I talk about just that. Them video games. Today's date is February 3rd, 2022. Happy Black History Month. It's only appropriate. I gotta do it. I wouldn't be doing my right. I wouldn't be doing justice if I wasn't. So let's get that going. We gotta get this going. It's only right.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm bliggity black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Yeah. Okay. Think I got my point across. Again. Happy Black History Month. Hey, it's the month. It's the month to celebrate blackness, being black, nigga lips. I mean, come on, just celebrate. Everybody come around. I don't know how that works. Please, people don't overdo it in terms of, just don't overdo it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Anything interesting happening with the world nowadays that's notable? Not really. There was something that was, shouts out to Jackass 4. I'm gonna watch that tonight. So gotta support being a jackass, I mean, my life ain't complete until I see Johnny Knoxville just get his ass beat. That's just the thing that's been missing in my life. So shouts out to Jackass for coming out over this weekend. Yeah, just had to give it a shout out, you know. Shout out to him. Yeah, without further ado, have a pretty good show for you today. A lot of interesting stuff to talk about. So you know what I'm going to do. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about it. That's what I'm going to do. So, like I said, without further ado, let's stop the dilly-dallying and get right into it. First topic of discussion. PlayStation. PlayStation was like, hey Microsoft, I see what you're doing out there buying Activision Blizzard, but wait a minute. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take your company that made you. I'm gonna make them make us again. So Sony, I think in comparison with Activision Blizzard, they actually bought PlayStation officially now. I mean, PlayStation officially bought Bungie. And for those that don't know, Bungie are the folks that originally made Halo, pretty much 1 through Halo Reach. So they made 1, 2, 3 and Reach, and then broke off from Microsoft to do their own thing. Which I guess that's true. They did technically have a partnership with Activision making Destiny, the original Destiny. But then, this was a while back, they broke away from Activision and kept Destiny, the Destiny IP as well. I think this was during the course of Destiny 2 when it initially released. And I want to say about maybe a year or two into its life cycle, they broke off from Activision and were then then independent at the time. And Destiny was free to play. So now, being their own selves, now they're not again, which is kind of weird considering that they left Microsoft. But it's like, why would you leave if you're just going to go to PlayStation? I don't get it. But apparently that's what's happening. So they have been acquired for $3.6 billion. You gotta put 2 pinkies up for that. You gotta put 2 pinkies up for that. $3.6 billion. So, that's crazy. That's pretty crazy. I mean, it's so much to dissect. Yeah, specifically the fact that they were literally just not wanting to be like this, to my understanding. That's why they were their own thing. But now the fact that they are yet again back to being under a company, it's weird. It's interesting. It's like, why wouldn't you go back to Microsoft? Microsoft will willingly want to take you back. Maybe it's just probably the weirdness with Halo and 343 currently, that it's like, I could see that maybe being a little bit awkward if them coming back to Microsoft in 343 and then maybe button heads about the direction of Halo Infinite and things like that. So I guess, but then again, I think they were pretty much done with Halo to begin with anyway. And that's, of course, why they went to Destiny, because I think they wanted something that wasn't owned by Microsoft to have it as an IP of their own, technically. So, but I mean, they technically could have still did that. And then also, consult 343, give them some insight, guidance on, the direction of Halo Infinite and things like that. But I guess they didn't. I guess they just want to do their own thing, branch off. Maybe just branch out in general. Just see how things work with a wholly different company compared to Microsoft. So still weird though. But I guess I think a part of this deal is that they want PlayStation. I know there's an article about it specifically that PlayStation wants to make like 10 live service games, or I think they actually have it in the works. 10 live service games that they want to develop within like all the way throughout 2026 or something like that. So, and I mean, Destiny is a live service game. I mean, you know, for what that's worth. So I guess it's just interesting, I'd say. I don't know. And then in regards to the the weird timing of this being announced shortly after the Activision Blizzard acquisition in progress with Microsoft, it seems like this is a response like, oh, you gonna buy Activision? Well, we got Bungie then. How do you feel about that? But apparently, supposedly, this deal was in the works for a long time now, and I guess this coincidentally was the best time to announce it. Sure, I guess. I mean, take that for what you will. You know, put some grains of salt. Put some grains of salt all around it, because that just it's just yelling. It's yelling sus to me personally. But I digress. This is just crazy, man, in terms of the precedent this is setting, where it's like now it feels like everybody's gonna get money hungry and like acquisition crazy, where, you know, it feels like each side of this war, like they're gonna be picking up companies, each Microsoft and Xbox, or Xbox and PlayStation are going to be trying to pick up you know, miscellaneous various companies until, like, you know, it's just only the two, and that just seems to be a very, very concerning precedent, which, you know, I know we touched on specifically regarding the Activision Blizzard acquisition. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting very concerning. One, I think, important thing to that was addressed in regards to this acquisition is that apparently, Destiny 2 will still remain multi-platform, kind of similar to Activision Blizzard, where, you know, Call of Duty will still be supposedly multi-platform in terms of for the I guess duration of whatever said previously established contract there was. So yeah, but it's like, what does that mean in the future in terms of, like, will Destiny 3, if that ever comes to be, will that be exclusive to PlayStation, or will they do kind of a similar thing where, you know, they will let it exist on Xbox as well? I don't really count PC, because PC is like its own beast that, like, clearly that's been shown a lot lately, that PC is its own, just its own separate entity. I guess you could kind of technically put the Nintendo Switch in that ballpark too, but interesting. I guess we'll see. Time will tell. It's just I just find it funny that Bungie, you know, left Microsoft, but then went into PlayStation. But who knows? We don't know what happened, what could have been going on. Maybe Bungie, being solo, realized that maybe it's way more difficult than it's worth being solo, and, you know, now being acquired by PlayStation maybe is the right decision, you know. So It's crazy, man. What next? Who buying what? Now this, you can see this is gonna be a thing. Who guys, I would like to announce that I'm getting bought by Little Caesars. So I mean, I hate to, I hate to just drop this out of nowhere, but I feel like I have to address this. What else? Like my prediction, since it seems like the tone is definitely being set where everybody's getting acquisition crazy. I think PlayStation is probably gonna buy Capcom. I think at some point, I think that's gonna happen. It seems, I believe it seems like they've had a very good, close relationship throughout like all these years, like pretty much the entirety of Capcom in its existence. That like, they have a pretty good relationship with PlayStation. That I think it will make up the most sense. I think expense wise, I think they're a little bit higher than Bungie, like 5-6 billion. I think if they wanted to buy them, or start that conversation, but we'll see. All in all, I mean, I guess what we really have to wait and see, but it definitely, the implications are there. I just don't know, man. I mean, I think it's you wouldn't buy Bungie to have multi-platform games either. So I guess that's my biggest question. If some of their games will still be multi-platform, how long that will be, and if that will happen. I guess maybe worst case, Bungie's games will maybe only be on PC and PlayStation. Which is weird to me. Personally, I just love the Xbox controller for first person shooters and shooters in general, but action adventure, I do prefer PlayStation controllers, but I guess I could just get a specific controller for said situations too. Interesting stuff, man. Somebody's like, you gonna play hardball? Oh, you picking up companies? We can pick up companies too. What? I think of PlayStation as somebody who's obviously a fan of both. I think of PlayStation and Microsoft as like, what was it? East Coast, West Coast, Bad Boy versus Death Row. Back in the day, without the violence and stuff, obviously, but it just, I don't know how to remind. Hey, you want some games? You want some games? Then come to PlayStation. Come to PlayStation. Oh man, that would be. So, I hope somebody makes that. That is a free idea I just released to the public. If anybody wants it. I just want to see it. That's all. So, oh man. Well, there you go. There you go. Moving on. Discord. Pretty much within that same day of that announcement, I think we had an announcement a while back that PlayStation is planning to integrate with Discord or something like that. But we finally got it, I want to say a couple days ago, where now PlayStation Discord integration is now live. So you can now pretty much integrate your PlayStation network account with Discord, and similar to like Xbox's Discord integration. Let's say, you're playing whatever game and you have Discord up. I think it'll tell Discord, it'll update your status on Discord saying, hey, I'm playing Hatsune Miku. I'm playing Hatsune Miku on relentless mode. I don't even know if that's I don't even know if that's a mode. I just assume that's a mode. Playing Hasune Miku on relentless mode. A-Switch is playing Hasune Miku on relentless mode. He is lonely. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so, if you just want to just brag about a game you're playing, that nobody else can play or something like that, there you go. Discord integration, baby. Now we just need Nintendo Switch get their act together. We'll have the trifecta. I guess technically quadfecta. I don't know if that's a word, but you know what I mean. PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, all coming together. Is there anything else with this integration? Actually, I'll just read this little excerpt. Let me sip for this. Let me sip. All right. Back in May of 2021, our friends at PlayStation announced a new partnership with Discord, working together to deliver new ways to integrate your PlayStation experience with Discord for your friends and communities to see. Of course, everything needed to stay super secret at the time, so we couldn't share anything quite yet. But your daydreams of squares, triangles, circles swirling in the sky are over. What? As the news drops now, starting today, we're gradually rolling out the ability to link your PSN account from Discord and display your PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5 game activity in your user profile. If you've ever connected your Discord account to another service that allows you to display your activity, it works similarly here. Once your Discord account is linked, the game you're currently playing on either PS4 or PS5 will be shown as your activity, just like that. You can I can't even do it. You can even opt to display your PlayStation Network Online ID on your profile so your Discord friends can add you and tag along. It's especially great for knowing if your friend is currently playing a game that supports crossplay on another platform. You know what? I didn't think about that. That's pretty dope. I guess that goes back to the various times we talked about it. Like, Discord is definitely, I think, the centralized communication service for more so cross-platform play, for sure. Got somebody on PC, somebody on Xbox, somebody on PlayStation, want to play a cross-play game. Discord is just the essential communication avenue that you would generally go to. I guess there's game chat, but then it's all convoluted, and if you get disconnected, you can't stay in touch and things like that. But cool, pretty dope, to be honest. It's great. We're just closer. Next step. Come on, Microsoft. Come on, PlayStation. Let's get that native Discord integration within the consoles. I think it's coming. I think it's probably maybe towards the end of this generation. But I think it's coming for sure. Just to have an alternate communication channel, especially with crossplay and stuff. I think it's inevitable. It is inevitable. It is imminent. Moving on. Damn it. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 Omega Alpha Sex. That's a working title, but so at least personally, I did not think that Final Fantasy VII Remake would be expected to be announced anytime soon this year, especially considering that Final Fantasy 16 is on the horizon. But apparently that's not the case. So Final Fantasy 7 just passed recently this week its 25th anniversary. Happy birthday to Final Fantasy 7, one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Reaches 25th anniversary. So with that being said, I think the producer or the original director for Final Fantasy VII, the original version, not the remake, but I think he did produce at least part one. Yoshinori Kitase said it was his intention to reveal the first details on its remake sequel during the anniversary year. So this is a quote specifically. We are hard at work on Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. That is the it's weird, but technically a remake. How do you describe it? It is a mobile game that is more traditionally in line with the original Final Fantasy VII, but adds a lot of the side and spin-off stuff. So it supposedly this is going to contain Ever Crisis. I think Ever Crisis was one. It was something Crisis. It basically was a prequel even before Crisis Core that, like, I think it was focused on the Turks for Final Fantasy VII. Then after that there is I think Crisis Core, and then I think there was, I guess technically it would go into, what is it, Advent Children. I believe that's it. It might be one more that I'm forgetting, but anyway, so Ever Crisis, the plan is essentially kind of like a remake that's more, I guess, faithful to the original Final Fantasy VII in terms of its traditional turn-based combat, not like Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it's basically a retelling of everything, kind of revamped. At least so far is only for mobile, which is a huge mistake. I'm pretty certain they won't keep it to mobile, because we know what happened with it was one like spin-off game that was like for like a flip phone that is no longer. I think with some work you can mess with it, but still. So with all that being said, he continues to say there will be more information this year if we can. And this was a rough translation from Japanese, so I mean, grain of salt, I guess, but I mean, it doesn't say like specifically that it will be, but it's highly likely that it will. So, and I guess further into that, he was asked if the sequel would be revealed this year. He said, well, yeah, we just started the 25th anniversary of Final Fantasy VII, so we want to celebrate and get fans excited. So within the next 12 months, we want to share some information. Look forward to more information. So, I mean, it seems pretty likely we'll see Final Fantasy VII, at least maybe a trailer snippet. Yeah, you can't just show Final Fantasy VII. You can't just give some information and not give us anything to suck on. You know what I mean? It's like we gonna need to we gonna need a nipple or something. Come on now, we gonna need something. You can't just pour us a little bit of the formula without the nipple. I'm just saying. So we'll see. I'm excited though, as a very big, very huge fan of Final Fantasy VII. This pleases me very much. Um, I think I joked about it on Twitter where I said, I just see the first frame. I'm about to pass out. I just see one frame. Just slumped. Just instantly slumped. I'll gradually, hopefully get to the end of the trailer. Just pass out every second, every new second of the video. That would suck. But I mean, hey, got that effect on you. I'm just saying. So, looking forward to it. I know we've talked about speculation about where this sequel will take place, but I guess it's pretty heavily implied where it's gonna take place if you played Intermission. So, yeah. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. Yeah, I'm very curious to see what the naming function is. Are they going to acknowledge the part aspect of it, or are they going to just totally like do just a subtitle thing, and you collectively just on your own kind of make it out? Man, so many questions. I want to know. I want to know right now. Need to find Yoshinori. Just hold him up. I'm playing this in my head. I'm like, I got the cloud hair. I got like a cloud wig on and the Buster Sword. I'm just running randomly to find Yoshinori Kitase. I find him. I hold him up. Hey Yoshinori, I need to know the details. Oh, I don't speak English. I'm gonna speak English. Fuck. I did all this for nothing. Went to Japan. had to get this big ass Buster Sword out of customs or whatever. Oh, it's all bad, but it's all for the love. Let's not get it twisted. All right. Moving on. Oh my God, it's a nigga in a Buster Sword. Oh my God, it is killing me. It is killing me. Oh man, okay. Oh, the nigga in a Buster Sword. Oh, hell. Oh man, I did not put this in. Oh no, I did. Never mind. So, Suicide Squad killed a Justice League. Unfortunately, I know it's a surprise for everyone, but unfortunately has been pushed back, or I don't think it was officially announced yet. I know Jason Schreier from Bloomberg.com, he basically revealed it that they're quietly delaying the game. So whatever that means, I guess they're trying to maybe drop a trailer maybe a couple of weeks, and then that would say it's coming in 2023. But either way, Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. It's what a heavy heart to announce that the game is delayed 2023. Don't know how I'm gonna deal. So, I mean, I think I know I saw this coming, that it was a given, because, well, the biggest indicator was that it was this game that was in the works, as well as Batman, or I think it was just called Gotham Knights, which is basically within the same universe as the Arkham series, but with specifically all of the sidekicks of Batman, Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and the Red Hood, I believe. So, yeah, I was like, they're gonna release both games in 2022. I don't think so. And sure enough, I of the two, I thought that it would be this one, because this one seems to be way more ambitious, at least in scope and whatnot. compared to Gotham Knights. So who would have guessed it? Who would have known? Who would have known? But hey, just take your time. Take your time, Rocksteady. Take your sweet time, because at least from what I've seen, I'm looking forward to it very much. So anything to make this game better than what it would maybe potentially be, I'm all for it. Don't be stressing these game developers out. When a game is ready, it's ready. It's ready. Well, I guess of course, obvious things in terms of that, but which I won't get into. But RIP Suicide Squad. See you in 2023. And with all that being said and done, that concludes the news for this week. So I'll get into what I've been playing, which has been Days Gone. Finally finished Days Gone. Man, I think I ranted about it last week, where this game felt like it is way longer than it needs to be, at least in my opinion. And yeah, I after getting to the ending, I was like, yeah, this game had a lot of fat that could have been trimmed to make this game way more enjoyable. And this game came out in 2019, so I mean, not necessarily spoiling much. I don't even think it's worth spoiling, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, reached the end. It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't really. It was very traditional, I guess. And then it's like this game is really good at faking you out, thinking that it's gonna end and not end, which I think it works to its detriment more than its benefit. In this case, but yeah, it's just I understand it now fully why this game wasn't necessarily the most. Actually, let me see real quick. What is the general reception of Days Gone? I kind of forgot. So it got like a 6 point. I don't want to do specific reviewers. That's Metacritic, unfortunately, is the best method. So for the PS4 version, overall Metascore 71. A lot of the reviews, the separate reviews are pretty good. 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 75, whatnot. The PC version, a little bit better, 76%. But, I mean, considering I played this, I tried it in 2019, dropped it. But since then, coming back to it recently now, it's been a lot of patches and stuff. And I played on the PS5, which bumps up the frame rate, at least specifically. So had a couple benefits, of course, the faster loading and all that stuff. So I think I definitely enjoyed it better than I did in 2019, which I guess makes sense since I dropped it. But I know they added a couple of additional features, which I think I might have touched on. But quick travel, I know, is the biggest essential addition, I think, that definitely helped to keep me invested. But yeah, it just it was all right. I don't know. I really loved the open world, the environment, the graphics were really good, but it just felt like it was missing some soul. You know what I mean? Some pizzazz, some personality. I don't know. It just could have used something more. It's that thing that is hard to describe, but I think people understand, where it's like just that oomph I don't know. Just to set it apart, if that makes sense. But anyway, it looks like we won't be getting a sequel, or very unlikely to get a sequel. I think Sony still owns the IP for Days Gone, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We'll see. Maybe. It definitely has the potential to be. I would definitely, if there was a sequel, I probably would play it, give it a try. It has a lot of potential to be better, whatever, if there was ever a next iteration for it. But yeah, it didn't. And it's funny too, like, it's been a lot of times I dropped it and came back. Like, I did it pretty much gradually throughout the few 3 months of me, like, kind of trying to get back into it. I like dropped it for a while, came back, dropped it, came back, and I think that's indicative of just, yeah, I guess kind of admittedly maybe forcing myself to play it. But there were some aspects I did enjoy. So anyway, moving on. So I thought I need to, ever since Resident Evil 4 VR came out, I was like, man, I'm not really messing with my Oculus Quest 2. Oh, I forgot it. Meta Quest 2, whatever. I haven't been putting my Quest to use, so I was like, I did get a couple games on a sale a while back with the intention of, getting to them eventually. And with that in mind, I did mess with Thrill of the Fight, which was a boxing game. I know one of my friends showed it to me and we played. But yeah, it now with the Oculus Quest 2, now that it's portable, I've started just going outside and mess with it, looking like a damn idiot, probably like a crazy person. Who is this black man punching, shadow boxing with this damn visor on? But yeah, so Thrill of the Fight is essentially just like a boxing game in VR where, pretty much, I guess, what you would think of a VR game with boxing. You can do actually surprisingly a lot of stuff. At least since I remembered, I think it was like in beta when I tried it out, but at least now it seems to be a full-blown established release game. You could do a lot of miscellaneous stuff like practice your punching, and there's a speed bag, there's a traditional punching bag, and you could do a lot of just I think you could do like a ghost boxing thing where I think it's meant to test your reflexes and dodging and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot of stuff to hone your skill if you want to be really serious. I don't really want to be serious about it. I just want to tire myself out just punching people. So that just sounds ignorant as hell, but you know what? I mean, it's true. Yeah, I'm not trying to get no form and all that stuff. I mean, if it comes, but I ain't really adamant about it. But yeah, at least from what I played, it is a workout. It is very tough. At least as somebody who hasn't messed with this specific type of game, at least in VR. But man, you gonna get gassed and tuckered out real quick if you keep playing. I'm not sure how many opponents there are. It seems like a lot. I was actually looking up this YouTube video, this dude who was a real boxer that was playing this game. And I mean, it definitely shows that your form and, practice does factor in. Even though he played it on easy, but I think it's kind of fair because I think they kind of, maybe it feels like they reduce your power if you play on normal versus easy or whatever. But anyway, he was knocking dudes out in like 10 to 30 seconds. Within that span, he was like clean knocking dudes out. But then of course when he got progressively higher, they weren't as easily submissible, I guess. But yeah, so it was interesting in that aspect. But yeah, I think just tweaking some settings, I think I'll get a nice little sweet spot. So at least my plan is generally to probably do 2 matches, at least this time. I was knocking at least the first initial people. I knocked it down from normal to easy because I think I was struggling a bit with that level, but went to easy. It felt more realistic playing on easy. So I like, I say it's more realistic because I cleanly knocked out the first initial start in person, and then I think a little bit after that knocked the other dude out. But then the third dude, like, oh man, he's not falling for my tactics. Okay, well, fuck. So he actually lasted the round against me. So, but I won still, bitch. So anyway, yeah, that's probably gonna be my plan, just to throughout the couple days of the week, probably just get some boxing in, and be really ready to throw some hands, because I've been waiting for the moment. I've been waiting for it. Actually feels very what's the word? I don't know. Good, I guess, to let some of that out. I guess maybe just various frustrations and anything, just letting it out, just punching and looking like an idiot. It's good. It's a good time. I do recommend it if you are looking for, and that was another thing too. I was looking for a way to make working out more interesting and engaging, and not as like, I don't know, just tedious, just to help me keep going with it as well. So anyway, I do recommend it. It's very fun. I love it. Next thing you know, talk to me in like 6 months. I'm cause what's his name? I forgot his name. The YouTuber that was the video was like real boxer, like real boxer thriller to fight walkthrough or whatever. He like took out apparently he took out everybody within like an hour and 30 minutes. I didn't see the whole video, but that was like, damn, I want to get on that level. I want to just knock everybody out within 30 seconds. So here's to a very maybe challenging goal that I hope to attain eventually, with progress and consistency. So with that being said, additionally, to try to mix it up as well, I know one pretty well regarded quote unquote workout game is Beat Saber, which I also dabbled in a bit too, where it's, I guess you can think Dance Dance Revolution, but VR. That's probably maybe kind of not doing a lot of justice, but I mean, that's the closest to kind of get you in the mindset of it, where, going to the beat, and then there's like a red, blue box, and you hit your little lightsabers within the VR world, and, time it. There's various more challenging aspects to it, like poking the boxes and only mature poking the boxes. Anyway, poking the boxes and, doing different angles. And then there's like obstacles that come as well, like, cause everything is coming to you in that way. And, got to dodge out of the way, duck and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool. No, it didn't feel as intensive or challenging as Thriller the Fight, which I don't know. I'm a little concerned with that, where it's it doesn't help me. It doesn't encourage me to be more active, because I feel like with Beat Saber you can kind of cheat some of the stuff. It feels like, versus Thriller the Fight, where it's like gets you into the moment more, where you can actually react more, if that makes sense, and be realistic about it in terms of dodging and stuff. So I don't know. I played through the campaign. I didn't even know this game had a campaign where you basically meet certain conditions to beat whatever song, and after you do that, you move on to the next, and it kind of branches out, kind of like fighting games and stuff, where you can, there's a 4A or 4B and things like that, where it's like, a different song versus another song, and which one you would prefer and things like that, which is, I think, is pretty cool. So we'll see. I might mess with it still. But I think either way, it's still a way to be active anyway. So, also moving on. Finally, I've played a Pokemon game since, Pokemon Legends Arceus. I gotta do it. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Played, I think I'm about like 6-ish hours in, I want to say. Man, Pokemon is back. Let me just say that. But before that, a little bit of backstory, specifically in terms of my experience with Pokemon. Of course, I think like almost every kid growing up loved Pokemon, was a very concerning craze with the cards and the game and stuff. Of course, played pretty much the Pokemon games up until Ruby Sapphire. That's where I kind of fell off and, wrote off Pokemon and never came back again. I dabbled with Pokemon Go, and I tried to get into some of I think the Sun and Moon for the 3DS, as well as, I think that was the only one I really played or tried to play, but never got back to. So technically, I feel like Sapphire Ruby was the one I really legitimately played since then. So at least with that in mind, coming to Pokemon Arceus, I forget which, Arceus, I don't know. It's like Ryu, I don't know. Anyway, Pokemon Arceus. So pretty much this game is set before the current timeline of Pokemon, where it's like technically set back before, and it seems like some weird excuse that you're teleported back or spawned in this time, which I'm assuming they explain, the further you get into the game. But with that in mind, this is definitely a different vibe, I'd say a drastic departure to Pokemon. I think that's kind of safe to say. Obviously, you still have some of the traditions in terms of catching Pokemon and, battles, but they definitely mix it up in a very interesting way. It's, I hate to say it, but is literally if you mixed Pokemon with Breath of the Wild, you would definitely get Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think that's safe to say. I hate to do that and say that, but I mean, it's accurate. So, yeah. I mean, because there's just a lot of exploration similar to Legend of Zelda, specifically Breath of the Wild. Collecting various materials to craft stuff that you can craft in this game, to craft, like, you can craft Pokemon balls and potions and stuff. And I think what's really cool is, like, I think this really captures, I think, every kid's dream of what a Pokemon game would be like, if that makes sense, where, like, you get that sense of exploration and coming across Pokemon and actually having the I guess discretion ability to choose if you want to encounter it or not. So I guess it kind of has a little bit of Monster Hunter in it in terms of choosing when to encounter monsters and stuff like that. But yeah, it is very interesting. I am surprised with my interest in the game so far. Yeah, so at least now you explore like a specific area, at least from what I'm playing so far. You can explore a specific area, and let's say you see a Pokemon just doing its doing its Pokemon thing. I don't know. You can either throw a Pokeball at it, which is a new interesting kind of dynamic now, where you can technically I think it depends on the Pokemon, but you don't necessarily have to fight a Pokemon to capture it. So you could technically do this technique. I think it's called a back strike or something like that, where if you throw a Pokeball at a Pokemon like that behind its head or back, essentially it will increase your odds of catching it and things like that. I think it's pretty cool to kind of have another alternate mechanic rather than, being confined to having to battle Pokemon first in order to capture it, which I know some of the harder Pokemon, I believe that's just inevitable, but just having that option for, the smaller, weaker Pokemon, I think it's pretty dope to actually have that implemented, to just kind of mix it up a bit. And I guess with that also being said, now you you as a trainer can get your ass whooped fucked up by some Pokemon now, which I just find that funny. I think everybody collectively finds that funny, but getting your ass actually beat by a damn Snorlax or Scyther or something, you getting wind gusts shot at you. Oh shit, wait a minute. This ain't what? How does that work? So I think that's pretty refreshing now to have that element of danger when, interacting with Pokemon, which I think is pretty dope. Just, I'm about to get my ass killed by a damn Gyarados. Oh no. That's great. So that definitely kind of, that in of itself, I think just jazzes everything up and, kind of makes things more interesting and spicy. So, I believe, you can technically faint yourself, and I think if that happens, you drop a bag, and there's this cool like Dark Souls. I think the term is like asynchronous player element, where if somebody drops a satchel that like if you die in a specific area, somebody that's connected to the internet, it goes within that same area. They'll be able to pick up that satchel for you, and they'll get like some points to use to like get more rare stuff and things like that, which I think is cool aspect to, incentivize citizenship, I guess, more or less. So yeah, I mean, from what I'm playing so far, I'm definitely very interested. I'm definitely want to see it through. Oh man, this reminds me, there are new battles now where I won't spoil it, but it is a pretty dope like addition to this game, utilizing the dynamic of this game now, which I think is pretty dope. So looking forward to, I'm presuming there are more of those. I guess my question specifically that I was playing, I noticed you can get like double and triple teamed by enemies, like various Pokemon on the map. I wonder if there's a way that maybe you can at least have two Pokemon against, 4 or 3 like random like wild Pokemon or something like that, because that seems kind of messed up, to be honest. Like can I like drop kick a Pokemon to help out or something? Like, I don't know, maybe that's just a mechanic that you unlock later on. I'm assuming something to kind of mitigate that, but I think in the game there's like fruit you can throw at Pokemon. Kind of works in the same way as as shit in Monster Hunter, where you throw it at monsters and they'll go away. So I guess maybe that might be the answer. But yeah, overall, so far, really loving it. As a former Pokemon fan, I guess I always had to have an appreciation for Pokemon. It just died off. The games weren't, apparently that worthwhile. But anyway, I'm digging it. Oh yeah. I think what's also keeping my interest is that this game is surprisingly challenging. I think compared to like other Pokemon games where it seems like the games were a little too easy, at least from what I've heard. Like a lot of the recent ones were a little too easy, not challenging enough. But now I feel as somebody at least who's been out of the game for a while that like, damn, these Pokemon hit. Like I'm getting one shotted by Pokemon. My whole team is fainting, so now I have to resort to running away. I'm like, damn, this is kind of scary. And then you got these fucking alpha Pokemon who are these big ass Pokemon that got the beaten red eyes that they will chase your ass down and fuck you up. But yeah, so that's been fun. I'm just struggling throughout this whole area. But I'm enjoying it. I got my karate gi. I got my wooden sandals. I got my headband. I got my I hate to say it. I mean it's Black History Month, but man, when are they gonna give us some more black hairstyles in games? Some games have been pretty good about it, like Monster Hunter, but Pokemon, it's either an afro or some I don't even know the style, but basically it's like dreads or braids with the bangs with the damn the braids coming over your head with like some bangs and shit. It's I could go on about that, but I won't. Let's do better. Let's do better. All right, Pokemon. I know this is based in Japan, but let's get something. Let's get a tape or let's get a tape or something. Somebody just give us some somebody with a tape or something. Just but I digress. Overall, yeah, I'm really digging Pokemon Arceus. I would really love to see this be applied to normal, like traditional Pokemon games now, having that element of the trainer can get fucked up too. And the exploration. I think this is definitely feels like where Pokemon should start going now. Where it should have went since we got a console version of Pokemon. So here's the hope, and I think considering like the reception from what I'm seeing seems to be very positive. So I can only see that going further and hopefully kind of have an effect on the next mainline Pokemon, and I guess we'll see. So good job, Pokemon. You're doing it. What we've been asking since we were playing Pokemon, we're hopefully getting now. It's still very unfortunate that there isn't voice acting in this game. You get your little miscellaneous Pokemon cries and stuff like that, but literally there's still no dialogue in the game. So I think that's also an unfortunate, downside to this game is that I think it's time to get some voice acting in the game. I think we've progressed enough where we can do that, but I digress. I'm enjoying it though. Don't get it wrong. Of course there's things you can nitpick. So, that concludes what I've been playing. Let's get in to what I've been watching. Book of Boba Fett. Been episodes, is it 6? I think episode 6. Man, just going off the rails. It's like, is this hopefully it pays off. I think the last episode is next week, so it just feels like what are we doing? So for those that don't know, the 5th episode was like literally the Mandalorian point 5 season 0 2.5 or whatever. Now actually it's kind of still Mandalorian focused with this episode a little bit. With, you know, we see Grogu training with Luke Skywalker, and it's like, all right, I mean this is called the Book of Boba Fett, but I'm like, literally 2 episodes where he's like barely in it. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, I have to say, but I mean, I hope it pays off, but it does not seem like it. It seems like it seems like it's gonna pay off everybody but Boba Fett. It feels like, but we'll see. Just weird. I don't know. So yeah, so at least the literally the focus of this episode as well was the Mandalorian and his conflict with Grogu, aka Baby Yoda, in terms of trying to having this desire to see him, and he was given this, got the item from episode 6 to give to Baby Yoda, but you know, now having a conflict of, does he want to interfere with his Jedi training, and you know, does he want to not be a Jedi and be a Mandalorian instead of being a Jedi, and that conflict, which kind of the show ends with, this episode ends with specifically. So I'm digging it. I guess it's just concerning that this literally, like, this could have been like something else. Like, this could have been a like sub season of the Mandalorian. Like, they could have had these 2 episodes as a, like, you know, additional extra episode or whatever, you know, after season 2 or something like that. It would have made more sense. It just feels like the focus is too much on the Mandalorian when he has his own show. But I digress. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll make sense. But so far, it's feeling like it's feeling a little bit tacked on, where it feels like there's barely any focus on Boba Fett as a character himself. I mean, of course, with the couple of episodes we've seen so far, but it's weird. But he's not even shooting people, man. He's not as ruthless. But I mean, I guess it's, you know, character growth, sure. But yeah, I said it before, but I'll say it again. But like, yeah, Mando is more Boba Fett than Boba Fett, which I feel like that might be intentional, actually. But I guess we'll see when the last episode premieres next week. So overall, I mean, I did enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. Just I feel like somebody who solely maybe, I mean, if you're watching this, you are generally a Star Wars fan. So I can't even say that. You're generally a Star Wars fan. So that's not even fair to say. So, I mean, maybe, I guess maybe it does make sense. I don't know. I guess. Moving on. Attack on Titan, man. This show is just doing any and everything. Now my mind is just fucked at this point. So I guess spoilers for Attack on Titan episode, I forgot, it's so many, but the latest episode of Attack on Titan, where, you know, you got Eren and Zeke, they're going through their memories, and then basically they discover now that I'm still kind of confused, to be honest. They're going back to the past, but going back to the past, they know of the future. The people in the past know of the future or something like that. So they knew this was going to happen, but it was in the past. Time is always confusing to convey in, I think, any media, to be honest. I think Avengers kind of did it somewhat well, but then again, I feel like with time theories and time time related stuff, there you can always poke a hole into it any which way you can and want. I think it's just a matter of trying to not have as many holes in regards to it. But yeah, and then of course, Attack on Titan. This is all within 20 minutes, and now they leave it on a cliffhanger. So I guess we gotta wait till next week, or I guess this coming Sunday. This is getting rough. The closer we're getting, is getting rougher, and then we only getting 20 minutes. It's something's got to give. Something's got to give. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just lost all around. But lost but intrigued. So I'll say that. I don't know. Moving on. The Witcher. Starting to watch season 2. I think I'm on episode 4. Binged it a little bit. Toss a coin to your Witcher with plenty of value. I'm sorry. I'm really digging it, actually. As somebody who's not really familiar with the games, and I believe the games came from a book series. As somebody who's not familiar with it, I'm very, very interested. I think it's actually scratching that it's scratching that Game of Thrones itch a lot, to be honest. Even better, not worse, as unfortunately things happened, but really digging it. I see some familiar characters, at least that I've seen in like game capture footage and stuff like that, but not actually playing it. I really gotta play that, but I know that game is long as hell, like Skyrim levels long, 160 plus hours. I just don't. I think I'll make it as a thing to try to. Every year I try to play a very lengthy game, at least because I did thoroughly enjoy Persona 5. That's literally like 170 hours. So I mean, I got it. It's like the patience is there. It's just I feel like I'm missing out on so much playing one game, and then like other shorter games are just passing me by. But I mean, they're not gonna go anywhere anyway. Yeah, so it's really good. I mean, it picked up right after, of course, season 1, and of course, what do you know? What's her name? Is it Yennefer? Is alive. I think they left it on a cliffhanger in season 1. So pretty much things are picking back up, and I'm guessing the goal is to find her, and whatever other stuff comes along the way. They actually, talk about the lessons and introduce a lot of that into the game. It's funny. I only really know about lessons because of the Monster Hunter crossover quest, where you actually play one of them, and it's from The Witcher, and so I find that hilarious. But yeah, so I'm really digging it. To not spoil much, I'm really digging it. It's like I like one of the episodes is a very Beauty and the Beast vibe. I won't spoil what that means, but very Beauty and the Beast vibe. That really, man, took a turn in a lot of ways that I did find very interesting and engaging. So looking forward to it. End of the season. I'm curious canonically how this lines up with the books, because I'm guessing, at least going by the games, because there's 3. I wonder, it seems like, I don't know, it seems like it's picking and choosing stuff, where I thought maybe it started with the first game, or I guess book, whatever the book correlates to, and then eventually maybe gets to The Witcher 3 in terms of the game. But I don't know if what is... I have no frame of reference, obviously, so overall I am digging it, though. I'm going to keep watching. Also watched Peacemaker. I forgot to talk about this last episode, I think, but I did watch it then too. I always get Peacekeeper or Peacemaker. I think it's pretty sure it's Peacemaker, but pretty sure I talked about it before. John Cena. You Can't See Me. It's John Cena. He is Peacemaker from the Suicide Squad reboot movie, and pretty much continues off of the events of that. And yeah, I think this is it 3 and 4 now, or 4 and 5. 4 and 5 is actually pretty good. I don't want to spoil anything. I just there's a big ass monkey. I thought it was Gorilla Grodd, but it's not. I wonder. It seems to be an obvious reference to Gorilla Grodd. I would guess, but pretty interesting events that happen with that. Using the various tools, helmets. At least the one he uses in I think episode 5. He has X-ray vision to find people that are infected. I won't spoil what that means. You have to watch it, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun, just stupid and fun. Shouts out to Vigilante. I forgot the actor who plays him, but he is funny as hell, man. Throughout the whole season, so far, he's funny as hell. He's just a dude. Hey, I just wanna. Hey, man, I just wanna be a vigilante with y'all, man. I just want to help y'all out, you know. I just respect that. I respect it. He just wants to be included. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm very curious where this is gonna end, to be honest. But highly recommend Peacemaker if you are haven't watched it. If you are a fan of course, superhero stuff, movies, whatever. DC. I know people are more afflicted to Marvel versus DC, but I think this is very much worth watching. It's very good, hilarious, just violence, action. I mean, what more could you want? You know, what more could you want? I don't know. And that being said, I think that concludes and will conclude episode 139 for this, I guess week. Episode 139 for this week. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. What else? Is there anything to I guess housekeeping? I'm always forgetting it. You could catch me record this live on Twitch TV /A-Switch on Thursday evenings, ideally. I guess technically I'm a little bit earlier today, but what else? You can catch archives of this podcast on youtube.com/A-Switch. You can also like, rate, and subscribe on your various podcasts and platforms. Greatly appreciated. Outside of that, I think that will be it. You can also follow me on Twitter @A-Switch. I just tweet. I'm just gonna leave it at that. What else? I don't know. Till next time, y'all. Feel free to fuck. Get your damn game on. Oh yeah. Nobody's safe.